Alright, so what's up YouTube? It's the Night Saint here, back with another video. And this video is going to be about always being in a state of acceptance. Like, I think that we in a society nowadays where it's always like putting our face to always want to get the new and improved things. Take iPhone, take PlayStation, take all these type of products and brands that's always pushing something new in your face, that's trying to get you to get something new. Because let's say it's just a new year, new me. I'm about to say, let's say that idea, like how people be trying to change. They want to get away from their true self through materialism, or just even just the fake thoughts of it. Like the new year, new me shit was always irritating me, because I'm about to say, if you went to the new year to change something, like I said, more than likely, most people don't even stick to that. So that's why I don't like the new year, new me shit. And I think to a certain extent it adds to like the materialism of people. Like how people think, some people really think outward things will change your internal way of thinking. And I think that it's the reverse. It's like, if you could think, if change your mind inwardly, the outward will follow that. Like I said, you can bust your ass all you want, but like I said, if you don't have the right mindset, it's like it's just gonna stop. And I think that's a reason why, let's say, when people try to change their lives and they go, and they not like completely, like their mind isn't completely with it, it's like they snap right back into their old habits, because they really not tired of themselves. They really don't want to change their life. They just want to feel like it. They just want to get that little quick, what did they call it, like a dopamine feeling of like, oh, I'm changing my life, when really they don't want to. But I think, and you really, I really started to understand that with acceptance, you realize that with acceptance, a lot of things don't matter. Like, when you start to really accept yourself, when you really start to accept, let's say, the pain, not the pain of life, but just the lessons of life, let's say that. When you accept the fact of, death, when you accept the fact of betrayal, when you accept the fact of happiness, sadness, when you accept the fact of how fickle existence is, when you can accept the fact of how up and down life really is, it's very liberating. It's liberating to the extent of you don't have to be so caught up in the play of life so much, because it's always some shit happening. That's one thing I've grown to understand. There's always some shit happening. It's never just nothing going on. Even with you just not even knowing and you just being unaware, there's always something going on. And with that being said, you have to learn how to just accept it. It's always something going on, and some things you just can't change. Like literally, some things are literally like written in the stars to happen, and you must go through them. I think whenever we go through fucked up things, I think the first thing to think to ourselves is like, damn, why is this happening to me? Why am I going through so much pain right now? Why am I going through this suffering right now? And you got to realize sometimes that suffering is happening to get you somewhere. It's happening to get you moving. It's happening to push you into the next stage of your life. And a lot of that thinking has caused me to stop being so combative with life and being combative with trying to control things to the way that I perceive it to be. That's why I stopped always kind of control how I looked at certain people. Like, I was always trying to, and in a certain extent, I was trying to be looking like a good dude, like a good guy, and I wasn't trying to, and I was stripping myself of authenticity just because I just wanted to people please and keep myself in the public's favor. Let's say that. And not saying I wasn't a good person before, it was just I was kind of not allowing my flaws to just be my flaws. And of course, you're not saying that you are your flaws, but you have to understand that everybody got something that's wrong with them. Everybody got something that they good at, great at. It's just pros and cons about people, period. And you have to learn how to play off of them with your own self and just your own environment. But that acceptance that I needed, that I ended up gaining eventually, it set me free. It set me free of people's expectations. Whatever people think about you is their own opinion. whatever, like I said, you think about somebody else is your own opinion. I about to say that's the thing. I about to say people create versions of you inside their own mind, and that is their responsibility. It's not yours. So you have to learn to be accepting of yourself. I think that's the first and foremost thing that you have to do. I think with you trying to do anything is that you got to have a solid, safe sense of identity with yourself. You need to understand who you are and what you stand for and what you are willing and what you're not willing to do. And then when you can accept yourself, it really doesn't matter what the outside world is doing. And then you learn to accept the outside world for what it is. Because after you understand that you as an individual is only you, of course you are connected to the collective consciousness, but you gotta understand that you are your own person, and then these people are their own persons, and then the world is its own world, just operating out of its own system, operating out of its own matrix. You gotta understand that that's just the way shit is, and you can't do nothing about it. And like I said, even if you could, like I said, you wouldn't do a better job than what the world is doing itself, even if you could control it. So why must you try to control it? Why should you control it? You shouldn't control it. You just live your own life in your own world, through your own mind and through your own ego. And I think that's what being acceptance is accepting everything. Not saying that you have to take everything. You can accept things for what it is, because just some things are just so fucked up, and some things are just so personal. Some things are just so specific that you cannot understand. It's some things that are so specific that you can't really live by and experience. But all you can do is have an open heart and be compassionate and accepting to it, and realize it as a form of truth. Even though it may not be yours, it's just a form of truth, and that form of truth has the right to exist. And it will exist whether you like it or not. So you might as well just allow it to do what it does, and not try to control it. Damn, they loud as hell. And not try to control it just because you feel a certain way about it. These niggas loud as hell, boy. And then that shit don't even close. But yeah, learn to just accept everything. I think that'll make your life a lot easier if you just learn to accept things as they are. Don't try to control it. I'm about to say, the more you try to control it, the more like it gets worse. Like, the only thing you really can control is yourself and your own mind and how you perceive things. Like, as much as I try to, it's like, the thing about life is like, when you get this information, it's like it takes time to really assimilate it into your mind and to really use it the proper way. And even me, like I said, even though I'm very an accepting and compassionate person, inwardly, I feel like I'm more of that outwardly, but I'm trying to get more inwardly. Like I said, it's just a learning curve. It's always something that you're going to have to learn with the acceptance. It's always going to be something new to accept. So you should always just keep an open mind. Never be too closed off from other people. Because with acceptance, you learn to learn from other people and other people's experience. That acceptance in yourself will help you accept others. That acceptance will help you really get to a deeper level of compassion and build a relationship with people. Just because of the fear aspect of, let's say, rejection. So, yeah. If y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.